Okay, this is part 9, I believe. So, last Maverick after Mushroom is Peacock. Um, I don't have like the stages pre-recorded because this stage is pretty simple and linear. So, okay, so first you want to, well, we have these little spots that will like say a message that says hurry up. Before you get to that, whoops. Before you get there, you want to have the mushroom attack soul body equipped. That's either 5 to the left, yes, or 3 to the right. I use 5 to the left because of how I play. So after you are able to move again, then you shoot immediately. And that'll take out that one and this one. And that one that's on top, if you go wall kick here, it'll actually catch you. If you go like that too fast, like that. So what you wanna do is wall kick down here at the very bottom, and that'll put you up here without the big lemon thing catching you. And you kill this bottom orb with the first soul body you shoot. So like that, but you get on top. And then you can jump over that one very easily. Then here, you jump, one wall kick from here will get you up here with dash speed, or you can do like, I don't know, like 1, 2, and also go over without landing here, like 1, 2 and go over. Just preference really. See, that one didn't catch me. If you're fast enough, this one dies, doesn't really matter. And then you can avoid that one and just keep going. Now, you wanna clear this fast because you can see that the message hurry up appeared again. If I go now, I will get a rank A. And that means I missed the heart tank on this stage. Because this stage is basically a speedrun stage. Because you have to go fast so you can get an S rank. Like this. And then you can collect the heart tank, the E tank, and the armor piece. Another thing is when you go through these portals, you wanna either dash jump and land on the ground when the game locks you, or dash, because if you jump, X won't move until you touch the ground. So you can just dash on the ground, it's like the easiest way. This is the the second screen, which is even easier. I'll just save state. Okay, so you get the thing, and then shoot and dash jump in a straight line. That's it. Be careful not to grab this, but even if you do, you have a ton of time to get to here. See it now. And still make it to S rank. If you wanna go easy, like this and then just dash, I guess. But yeah, and then again, you wanna be on the ground when you trigger the screen transition. There's the tank. Now this one is a little bit more tricky, but still easy. So at some point before getting here, you wanna have a web equipped. Just a little frame saver because we can, if you jump from here, you can shoot while you're falling there and use this to get up here. And just a little frame saver, you can jump from down here and avoid this one. Or you can use this if you're not comfortable with. And dash under this guy. Like this. One thing I should mention, if you shoot too low, a little bit lower than that, you can get here and get crushed between this wall and the web. Like jump in between those two and just die. It's not like super common, but it can happen. Exactly like that, so be careful. But yeah, it's pretty hard to do that, really. It just can happen. So under this guy, then again under this, and here you will shoot another web. You can, again, another minor time save. So just wall kick here on the web. You make it up here, instead of going like this. So you go with the web, whoops, and then start climbing. The climb is pretty easy, just wall kick. Here you wanna land. Because from here you can jump up here to this ledge and then on top. Or you can also go like this and also land. It's really up to you. I personally like to get up here and then do this. Sometimes the ledge can push you out, so be careful. But yeah, so you land here, wall kick here, land here again, then just wall kick to the top. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. During the climb, you wanna switch off web into soul body. Again, I go from web all the way, I go around to soul body because of how I play, but it's only 2 to the right, so if you can do that instead. And when you walk it here, when you get close to this ball, you're gonna shoot. So you don't have to jump over, you just go through it. And then with that one soul body, well, whoops. With that one soul body, we're going to clear this entire section up until these 2 guys. If you're a little bit slow, like let's say, or you run out here, you can just shoot again, doesn't really matter. Or you can get hit by this guy and use the iframes to go through. Oh, that was a mistake, but you can use the iframes and get through those 2 balls. But ideally, you get all the way here to 1 with 1 soul body. That's that first part, and here it's again just another easy movement thing. Well, I guess you can also use soul body and just keep going and climb here, and just make it on top. But what you do after you kill those 2, you jump and Nova, and then you will get enough height to reach this ledge, because you can't by jumping, you don't reach. You can just web but since we have Nova, we use it for movement. So we land here, Nova, and then on top. Just so to avoid the ladder. Okay. You can Nova like here, but I like to shoot, use Nova as far as possible, just to take advantage of the movement speed. Then you get on top. From here, you can do this, or ideally this left wall, then wall kick. Again, if you're too low, the game will actually push you out, like that. Like that, it pushes you out, and that can mess you up pretty bad. But yeah, you get ideally here, whoops, here and here, and then just keep going. Yeah, like that. I'll try to do it from back here. Like that. Because of my save state I lost the rank, but that's how you do that section. It's pretty easy. And then you have the armor piece. Just a little side note for other categories. You can go over the capsule with a little web and wall kick and you go over. Just a little side note. Then we get the helmet, and that makes it so we can use infinite amount of special weapons, because they do not waste any ammo unless you go for the charge. But you can spam anything, and this is pretty powerful. Okay, so part 2. Just start by charging. You will have 2 or 3 ready, and you should want to kill those 2 guys. You will want to kill this guy, and then you have to start charging again. Oh yeah, these buttons turn around the stage, and these balls are blocking your way, so that's why we're gonna press these things. Pretty much we're forced to. I think there's a few we don't press, but that's what's happening. That guy, dash under this guy. That ball, if you press the button fast enough, it will not go down, so just press go over. And here you have to wait. Just walk a little bit and then jump. If you go without stopping, you will jump into the ball when you get here. Like that, boom, boom, wait, and then jump. Tip, that's the first part. Then, I use this section because we don't need to shoot anything else at this point. So I use this section to switch to, whoops, that you don't want to press that button. Damn it. Okay, so we go over that one, and then down here. And as I said, we don't really have to shoot anything else. I'll make the save state up here. Yeah, like that. So you dash jump, and then dash under, and then over that guy, and go over the button. And I use that section because we don't shoot to equip Mushroom, since it's the boss weakness, but you can equip it at any point. I just do it there for no particular reason. And this ball right here, you see how it broke the floor, and so you can go through. You need the ball to do that, or you can't go through. You can see how it stops before going through. That's RNG. because sometimes it will go through it without stopping at all. But for some reason, sometimes it won't and it will be on the ground. If it goes through without stopping, you can jump from here and go all the way here, which is faster. If it stops, yeah, like that. If it stops, it will actually hit you if you jump from here in one go. Like that. So what I do to play it safe is dash first and then do a hop. So if it stops, it doesn't hit me. But if you wanna bet on saving frames, you can just try to get it in one go, if you get lucky. But yeah, as far as I know, it's just luck if this ball breaks the floor in one go or if it stops on the floor before going through. Then we have more buttons. Oh, this button right here. Do not dash jump into it. Don't do this, because this button has the tendency of killing you. I'm trying to get it, but but if you jump like at the very left of this button, it tends to kill you for some reason. Well, I grabbed the wall, but there's a certain way where you can just die if you jump in a certain way. So don't dash jump into this button, because you will inevitably die. So just to avoid that, you have to just dash into the button and you're fine. Oh yeah, I guess I should say the ball, when you get to this button, which you have to press this one, if you go, this ball, where's the ball? God damn. God damn it, the save state, okay. The save state messed it up, but you will get here and there will be a ball right here. So you press it. If you go too fast, not only will the ball hit you, you can't press these buttons when you're in iframes, so you will lose time there. But if you press it too early, when you switch it, the ball will be about here and it will go back down. And you'll have to press this button just to turn it around and make sure it gets here. I can't show it because of the save state, but basically wait a little bit, make sure the ball gets past this section, as you can see on top, past here, and then press this one. And then the ball will get here and it will destroy that floor on top. This one you can jump over it. It will not kill you, as far as I know. But if you go too fast, it will land on the floor on top of me, and it will go back down. And you wanna press the button as soon as possible, so like it doesn't end up here. Ideally you press the button when the ball is about here, so it goes through close to this wall. Just again, this is just a frame saver really. If you wanna go safe, just wait for the ball to get to the wall and then press, and then it will go through. If not, it can land here and go back, or it can land here and just stand completely still without doing anything. Or if you get lucky, it lands like here. So it breaks the wall, but it also like, it stops moving here, so it blocks your way, so you have to jump over it. Just minor things, but they can happen. and then you go to the boss. But yeah, the second part is also pretty easy. Just be careful when you press the buttons so the ball doesn't go back. And don't jump in that one button that will kill you. His potential is limitless. Okay, so Peacock. Okay, so first, easy way to do the fight. Yeah, okay, so I should explain. He has 3 attacks. He can spawn on top of you and jump. I guess 4. He can spawn on top and then disappear immediately without jumping. He can spawn on the side and do that spike attack. He can also spawn on top here, or on the right, and start shooting missiles. So what he does is RNG, but where he spawns to do the attack depends on your position. So this is the other attack. So if I stand in the middle, which is the fight I like to do, if he spawns on top, I move to the side and then shoot this thing. When he spawns on your right, if you're in the middle, he will spawn on your right and do that spike attack. And if he spawns on top, he always does this. So you wanna be in the middle with this strat I do. Okay, so now the easiest strat, just use his weakness no matter what he does. You can be here on the wall and use his weakness also, and despawn him as soon as you can. The only problem with doing this is if he spawns on top, he will be on the far left. So that's why I think if you're going to use only his weakness and nothing else, be in the middle so you can react to whatever spawn he does. Okay, so that's like the easiest way. So just stand in the middle and spam his weakness. You can hit him twice with one shot, but it doesn't matter because we have the helmet. But yeah, this is like the easiest way. Also the slowest by quite a bit, quite a margin. And if you want, you can finish with Nova, because why not? Okay, so optimal fight. There's the corner strat, which I don't like, where you stand in the corner. If he spawns on top of you, you will use his weakness. Like that. If he's and you wanna be charging after you shoot the weakness, because if he spawns behind you, you wanna turn around. Let's see if he does it. You wanna turn around, shoot, and then hit him with his weakness. And when he gets on top, you go with a few buster shots, Nova, and then the weakness. So the most optimal fight is a mix of Buster and his weakness. And you just have to react to whatever pattern he gives you. This is pretty terrible RNG. And then when he goes on top left, you will use the buster shots. Oh wow. Yeah, this is some pretty terrible RNG. Ideally he goes on top when he's about half health. So you dump all the buster shots, Nova, and finish with weakness. So that's the wall strat, or the corner strat. You stand there and shoot depending on his pattern. I don't like this one. I do also something a little different, but this one's pretty easy for most people. This is what you wanna do. So that's more or less what you want him to do. About half health, go on top. He can go on top twice, and you can 2-cycle him. But if you're doing the corner strat, it's a little bit harder. I don't know if it's possible actually, but it's harder than with the strat I use, which is, well, I said it before, standing in the middle. If he spawns on top, I will go to the side and then shoot the weakness. If he spawns on my right, I buster and then the weakness. And that's what you do when he goes on top. So yeah, by standing in the middle and out here, you can pretty easily see his pattern, in my opinion. I kind of preemptively dash, so no matter what pattern he gives me, I can dodge it. What else, since that's pretty much the two strats. Alright. When he spawns on top, he will despawn, like this. He will despawn after 7 hits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's how that pattern works. However, if you hit him before he spreads his wings, you can actually get 8 hits instead of 7. So he has a counter, the 1 to 7, and at the 7th hit he will go away. If you hit him once before the wings spread, the counter will go to 1, and then when he opens his wings, go back to 0. So you can actually get 8 hits. So there's 1, oops, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See? So that's how you can 2-cycle this guy. Because you can get, by getting 8 hits, you can get 8 short shots, which will do 24 damage, and bosses have 48 health. So you can do, if he does that twice, and once at the beginning of the fight and right after that again, you can get 48 health in 2 cycles. However, I'm not sure this is faster because of the need of having to charge again. So there's that, like, if you only go like this, there's some dead time where he's not taking damage. So I don't know if it's faster or not, but you can do it. Well, I imagine if you do it correctly, it is faster. But usually it's probably about even with the other way that you wanna do it when he's on top, which is just your 4 buster shots into a Nova and then just despawn him. you are getting less damage on that cycle. However, during the entire cycle, he's in iframes. So overall DPS on average is better. On average, if you get a good fight like that one, that should be faster. And I think that's about it, yeah. So this is the fight I like to do. Oh yeah, you wanna shoot Soul Body as soon as possible, so you can have 4 charges ready every time, in case he spawns on top, like that. See, that's an instance where, instead of using 4 charge shots, Nova and Weakness, if I had shot a Lemon in between, or a Lime, it would have been faster because of how much HP he had left. So that's I guess another thing that you'll get used to it. You can either count the damage or look at his health and estimate how much health he has left, and if it's worth it or not to shoot another shot to make sure he dies in that cycle. Well, yeah, that's about it, really. See, now if he has 4 health, so if I shoot his weakness, he'll die. So you have to react to his health, so you can kill him optimally at the end. Because it's pretty common to see that he has 4 health, then you shoot a Buster instead of his weakness, and then he doesn't die and ends up with 1 health. So you lose like a second. But yeah, that's about it for Peacock. Easy stage, easy boss, just a little bit of RNG. Just a decent amount of RNG for the fight. If he spawns on top of you every time, that's really bad. And it can happen for whatever reason, it's pretty common. But yeah, that's about it. We get aiming laser, which we don't see much of it. I think we only use it once. But yeah, that's it for Peacock. Next is Spaceport, which is the technically Repliforce stage, not Sigma stage, I don't know, just Spaceport. And this stage, I like it, it's one of my favorites, and it's pretty short. So yeah, see ya.